Maybe do you purpose, put your mind to rest. Get it out of your spirit.
And this fight starts.
Ooh, getting right to the action from the white shorts. Ooh.
Yeah, no need.
Counter shot.
No need to wait here. These two fighters, ringside regulars, have been on a couple exhibition fights and have showed up
right
with
to the chase.
impressive performances. Yeah.
Ooh.
Big shot landed by Red.
Yeah.
Now, what are you noticing about their styles?
They're not keeping their guard up.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm noticing Red's got more of that like peekaboo, a little bit of that orthodox peekaboo stance. Ethiqa likes to keep his guard in that more of that long guard format.
Ooh, and two-piece.
Beautiful combos. Yeah, Ethiqa just keeping the guard a little bit low and a little bit far from the face. Red taking advantage of that and catching him on the chin with two clean shots.
Yeah, the face is the worst place to get hit. Ooh. Good counter shot. Ooh, he's
Could
in
not
the corner.
agree more. And that is true both in IRL and in VR, right? Like IRL definitely doesn't hurt to get hit. Doesn't feel good to get hit in the face. In VR though, right? Like your face is gonna flash. You might get stunned. Your vision's gonna start to narrow. It's not a pleasant experience.
Sick.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I was white shorts, I'd start doing a little more distance punching. Take advantage of that little height difference. Ooh, good shots.
I agree. Red likes to really go in with those hooks, kind of more of a brawling stance, almost like a little bit of a Mike Tyson style. I think Ethiqa really needs to work with that long-range boxing that he's trying to do. And he's got to use the jab more, right? It's just kind of there. He's trying to use it as a power shot. He just needs to use it to keep him honest. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Keep the distance. Maybe throw a 1-2, and if he wants to close the distance, finish with that 1-2-3. Like 1-2, go close distance, and 3. It seems like that'd be more of yellow short style, but still.
Yeah, Ethiqa does land some good clean shots, and I like the way that he's going for both the body and the head. But I think just whenever they're exchanging, Red is coming out on top in these couple good combos.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're starting to scrap a little bit in the center. Both fighters standing on the logo, Holloway style.
Ooh, good.
Crowd's loving it too.
They're getting right into it.
Round coming to a close. Both fighters being careful. Don't want to get knocked down. That is going to lose you the round.
Yeah.
Both fighters standing and slugging.
Ooh, good left hand. Ooh, that was good left hand. And down he goes.
3 seconds.
5, 6.
That's unfortunate, man.
Hey, you all right?
Devastating and genuinely in the last seconds of the round, Ethiqa finding a beautiful counter shot and putting Red on the canvas.
Like getting knocked out last second. That's the worst. That's one of the worst feelings you have.
I know, you're like, I could have just stood like responsible. I could have taken a 1 step back, moved my hand over just like a ½ inch. But that is going to change the whole momentum of this fight. I had Red up on damage just because of how those exchanges were going, but Ethiqa definitely taking that round now after the knockdown. And yeah, what do you do if you're in Red's situation, right? Like, 'cause, you know, you were doing really good the whole round, right? You know what you were doing was working for the most part, but you know, you got that you got caught unfortunately at the end, right? So like, how do you come into round 2?
If I was him, I'd be a lot more defensive, because if he gets caught on offense, then that's going to be really bad. Because that pretty much indicates that offense isn't working. Ooh, good double right uppercut hook by white shorts. Ooh. Red is hurt.
Ethiqa looking very good in this adjustment round. Yeah, I think we took some advice of what we were doing earlier, right? Be more aggressive with that jab. Use it to go in and cross that distance, cross the void.
Okay, hold on, so
love the way
shorts is red and white shorts is black, right?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, Red finding it this time.
Down goes
Ethiqa putting on the
Ethiqa.
pressure, but Red finding a clean hook to put him down.
Are you okay?
I thought that looks more like a straight right actually.
Okay,
I mean,
ready?
maybe a replay.
Box.
All right, now
Yeah,
Ethiqa
the
on the
straight
back
right
foot a
that put
little
him
bit.
down.
And that's interesting because here's my thing. I thought what Ethiqa was doing was working. Ooh, yeah, good shot. And so I thought what Ethiqa was doing in that second round early on was working, but Red really effectively countering the aggression. And I think it kind of just goes to show Ethiqa's got to be careful because Red really knows how to control that infighting boxing range.
There's been a lot of good shots being landed in the. Ooh, good right hand by Red. If I was him, I would fake a shot to the head and then go for a straight right into the solar plexus or the liver or hook to the liver.
No, I think so. That's the right way to go. Ethiqa looks like he's locking in a little bit more now. Yeah.
Commentators,
Trying to
check the ref chat for a little note.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
All right. Getting back in here. Thanks, Super, for the notes.
Yep.
Red now starting to work the jab. Both fighters tagging a bit off. I think at this point they're really respecting each other's power and ability to counter shot. And that's really what we've seen a lot of in V4.
Yeah, they're starting to get the feel out and stuff. Oh crap, yeah, streamlined a little bit.
Good, we're back. Ethiqa doing some good boxing at this point. I think really getting more comfortable in the out range.
Ooh, there we go.
And now that in the books.
Yeah, they pretty much got the feel for each other now. This round is gonna be pretty interesting.
I couldn't agree more. And I think really what we gotta see, right, is who's gonna be the cleaner fighter in round 3, right? Both of them know they've got those counter shots. Both of them have a good way to deal consistent damage throughout a round. Like, I would actually have said Ethiqa might have gotten more damage that round and won it if it wasn't for the knockdown. But you know, what would you do for both fighters? Like, what's your insight here?
So I see that Red is going more for the counter attack. So if I was Ethiqa, I'd start working with more distance because Red's starting adapting with him closing distance, you know?
That's a good point. That's where he got caught with that beautiful hook too, was in that closer range. So I think as long as Ethiqa can keep it, you know, in a good distance and a good pace, he's got this match in the bag. But Red showing
Red got him.
Quick. And those hooks have just been finding their target right around Ethiqa's guard all night.
Yeah. Ooh.
Damn, now Ethiqa now landing some good clean shots. Red clinching to avoid more damage, and that was the right call.
Ethiqa's hurt.
I think so, man. This fight is going back and forth in round 3. Each fighter just constantly making adjustments, and they're trying to really pick their engagements carefully at this point.
Like they're kind of
boom, 2 clean shots from Red.
Ooh, Ethiqa's hurt. Will he make it?
That's where you got to be careful too, because the more you start getting aggressive
right
in that in range, the more you might trigger that spamming update. Both fighters trying to clinch it out. Ethiqa trying to readjust here. Doing a good job keeping the distance. And again, I love it. Oh, he's doing now, moving more of that hand in the front. Just trying to make Red respect the space.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also trying. Yeah, it's also an advantage trying to get the range. Ooh, good. And straight into the solar plexus.
Let's fight.
Yeah, both of these, and you can see it on Red. His face is rocked from that. Ethiqa now getting caught. And at this point, who do you have up in this third round? Because it has just gone back and forth constantly. The crowd roaring at these punches.
Don't know. We really don't know with how back and forth it's been.
Yeah, at this point, both fighters have to be really careful because it could be just coming down to a few punches here. Who wins out on damage or who gets caught with that lucky counter.
Yeah, if you get caught with that big old counter shot, you're done. Both of these fighters look a little slower. They're getting tired.
I mean, I'm not surprised. They have been throwing so much punches throughout this whole match, and they throw sharp, fast punches too, so those drain you. Because in VR, you're missing everything even when you're hitting.
Yeah, it's starting to work with more of the power punches.
Round going down to its final seconds. Both fighters still trying to find an edge, still being really careful. Red trying to go fluid, Ethiqa just trying to stay rigid and secure in that guard and those long-range punches.
Ooh, good right hand by Red. Who got it? I'm curious.
That was close.
Your winner is the blue corner.
And in a close fight, Ethiqa coming out on top 27 to 28. 10-8 that first round, 8-10 the second, and 10-9 the third. Hi, Nato. What are your thoughts, man? That was a crazy match.
That was a very fun match, actually. It's very back and forth. You kind of on your toes to see if there's going to be any last-second changes. Like, if all of a sudden there's a big old counter punch, you know?
Absolutely. And we're seeing round one went to Ethiqa because of that knockdown. Round two, obviously, to Red because of the knockdown. And all I want to see here is the damage. Look at that in round three, coming down to 9
damage away. Wow.
Literally 20 for the whole match. Great battle between these two. I want to hear from both of these fighters.
All right, who's up first?
Red.
Hello?
Red.
So, I went out there and just had some fun with it. That's kind of what I do every time. And I gotta say, I did have a blast. It was a really good match, honestly. I knew I won the first round, but I got too comfortable at the end, and that last second knockdown really just got me.
Nah, it happens, man. That was such a devastating moment, and you fought that battle so close to the end. Yeah. What was the moment that you felt like, did you feel like you had it, or did you feel like the entire time you were like, unsure of who was going to get the win at the end?
At the end of the third, I thought, yeah, it was really close actually. I was just worried about those body shots that kept connecting. So, yeah, I wasn't sure if those body shots did enough damage or not to me, and they did. So, I mean, big respect to Ethiqa. And yeah, it was fun.
Oh, great stuff. All right, Ethiqa, how are you feeling after that battle? Great match, pulling out a very close victory. What were your feelings about everything?
Like Red said, I really did enjoy the match. It was a very close match. He caught me every time I had my guard down, and for the first and second round, it felt like he was in control until the knockdown. I feel like the knockdown was just not gonna lie, me spamming. So I feel kind of bad, but I did hit him with some body shots, and he hit me with a lot of hooks and straights, and it just felt like the control was going in between us, and it was just to me, it felt like another tie. And yeah, Red, very great fighter. He knows how to counter you, and he caught me a lot with those counter shots. So yeah, that's how I felt.
Gentlemen, great fight. Good job, both of you.